Hello again. I sit on the floor again. What an interesting morning. What an interesting day yesterday as well. I hope you can hear me. Hope the traffic outside. The cars are moving. Things are going. Fast paced now. Finally. Feels like. I tried to pull a card from our one and only, and she was like, no, you were right. You knew that spot on kind of wait till today. Here we are. Kind of not as prepared for this video as I thought I'd be. I'm doing laundry this early in the morning just to for my discipline routine. Discipline has always felt so 111. I want to make it easier on myself. And that's the whole vibe. Alrighty. Journaled again. Yesterday's play kind of turned into this. Loved it, don't get me wrong. Obsessed with it. I read a lot of my book. Not a lot, but I read my book. I laughed a lot, and that's something I care about. 141. Fill your own cup. Kind of that warmth back. 151. Really important. But it kind of, at some point, felt like this mindless thing, and it just felt like this etching, this scratching. It's quiet now. Though it may seem like it's gonna get super busy, there's also still going to be the quiet moments. I also kind of fought myself a little bit yesterday. I was like, I'm gonna do things, because my gaze kept drifting towards things to do, and I was like, I don't know what that means. So then I got up and tried to do things, and my body told me no. And I wrote down, sometimes being so continuously intentional after not being so in your power, or, not being so, just my posture. I don't have good posture. Because trauma can kind of make you real closed in, and it's okay to not check each other, but, stand a bit taller. You're allowed to, feeling called as blue fluorite. You're allowed to kind of, isn't this throat chakra? Girl? You're allowed to take up your space, which also coincides with what I'm saying. Again, after this shift, yesterday was a lot, and that play was definitely needed to help integrate, and that's what I was feeling. I was like, there's some integration happening. There's something happening. The reason I'm feeling so pulled back and forth is because in the morning it was I'm here, and then it was I'm choosing still to be here, 404, and then it kind of got this little cloudy, hazy. I'm like, I don't know. I'm restless still. I'm hungry still, for things to do, even though it was my rest day. I feel like every day has kind of been a rest day for me. Just because this shift has been such an immense thing. But yeah, this is gonna be a lot. So if you're feeling like it's a lot, yeah, babe, of course it is. I didn't get to brush my hair this morning. Maybe I'll do that. 1 second. Paused it right at 444. Hair feels very significant. Lion's mane. Especially if you've got any Leo placements Places? Maybe you've got places where you go that you feel very, or places you've been where you feel very, you have to, not peacock a bit, but definitely, you know, land down thick, give them the business. Yeah. And I got some messages from guides and spirit in general about, like, if I've done what I've done in my life and I'm still here, I think that a lot of other people can just, like, get right through it, you know? Again, it's just a lion's mane today. Serve it up. Yeah, if you look at anyone ever, all over, I mean, I don't want to give too much away of my personal life because it's mine. That's also another message about, like, I love doing this. I love this new kind of, not position of authority because it feels a bit too dynamic-y. But it kind of is. There's some responsibility with this, 626. And I was feeling that yesterday. I was like, there's some tarot readers where it seems very ego. No shame. I get it. And how I wish to choose and present. There's a bit more of a, I guess, like a diplomatic way of going about this. Because I was also feeling that kind of, we'll pull cards in a second, but that kind of queen energy. That royal, that kind of, you know, sovereign. There's responsibility in that. 717, you don't really get to faff about, if you will. You don't really get to... So mean. No one wants to hear a whiny queen. You know? No one wants to hear a whiny king. Which is so mean, but also, like... Yeah. Yeah. And I mean... I was listening to a message from Bluebird Magic. I'll link their channel again. About, yeah, it's like, we've worked so hard as your ancestors, your spirit team. We've worked so hard. You've worked so hard. What do you mean you don't got this? What do you mean you don't got this? What do you mean? You've been here the whole time. Forever a witness of your own suffering. Not self-inflicted. I mean, maybe, potentially. I know it, girl. I know it. You've been here the whole time. How could you really be alone in any of this when your family is with you, your guides are with you? I think of, like, the Round Table Knights. I think of, like, all of these royals. You know, they had, I mean, of course, and I'm looking back at my notes, you know, it makes sense that you're exhausted. It just does. It really just does. I think of, again, those royals. They grow up. They're born to royalty. You know, it's this, not to give you an ego boost that's like, royal. I mean, okay. If you had, like, a little hit of that, take it. Especially if you're feeling quite low. Deeper sediment vibe. But in royalty, they grow up really quickly, you know, in the sovereignty when you're a child of God or what have you. It's like, there's a pace to it. There's a pace to it. And grow up quick or get hit. That's all I'm hearing. And maybe not physically, but you will be hit where it hurts all the time. Like all the time. And it made me think of, we're getting ready to start our engines. We have been ready. It's more of a paced ready. Because I was thinking of, shut the fuck up. Sorry. I don't mean to be cursing as much. I do have the mouth of a sailor. I am my father's child. He loved the Buccaneers, so, like, he literally is a pirate. Like, but, God, it's so cringy to say that. It's so cringy to say that, like, whole, anyways, dynamics, you get it. I was thinking about, like, sometimes you kind of grow up, circling back to the you're on your own kid, 11, and you always have been. Taylor Swift. Her artistry, her country, love it. Hope I get flagged for that. But kind of being your own support system. Patrick Teahan talks about it a lot. If you want some like next level healing, like actual therapy work, you're gonna get mollywopped with that. Like absolutely just fucking uppercut. Like you get got. Love him though. I'm looking at I just keep looking at her. I love her. I love her so much. I've got 2 9s. We shall see. Yeah, today's the day. Today's your day. Comfort in difficult times, the Hierophant from earlier. Yeah, that's another thing is like, you've always been supported. If everything was just handed to you on a silver platter, it's a story. Is it yours? Like, whose story really is it? Whose story really is it, girl? Your struggle, your triumph. Remember who you are. As another iPhone storage was full, and I got called to do my laundry. And that's how it's been feeling. I also was hearing, find love with the rose in my hand, let it die. It's the beauty of forgotten love. I think that's Aurora. Kind of as an ode to the past. Again, there's gonna be so many roses this summer, you're gonna be sick of them. There's gonna be so many. But that felt very symbolic to be like whisked away. To be like that's not really like royal duties, but laundry absolutely is like, like that. Yeah, it felt very, symbolic. So if you feel very like called away, yeah, girl, because you need it. Integral, as well as like, I heard be on your best behavior, because you are your best behavior. I don't know how I'm gonna edit the 2 clips together, but we'll figure it out. 9 of Cups. Yeah. A dream come true. It's giving fairy tale kind of energy. That whimsical, that magical, what we've been needing, what we've been missing. And I know you're probably so sick and tired of hearing, it's on the way, it's on the way, it's on the way. But literally, babes, it's on the way. Yeah. Infectious good humor. And I also was kind of channeling, I've got a fox spirit guide, I guess, around the just like energetic disposition that I just like continuously inhabit. And I wrote down, we are much more clever than this. I want to say more cunning. Much more cunning. And even yesterday I was thinking, like, with what you've survived, the animal that you are, yes, you can gnaw through your own leg to get out of that bear trap, just to cross that fence to get them berries one last time, you know? Why wait? Why stop yourself? Why? And that phrase of why wait is a little triggering, because it's not as if you're waiting. Sometimes it is divine timing. 313 as I said that. So if it feels like, if you're resisting, that's different. But if you're like, 323, if you're like, I know there's divine timing with this, the resistance just like flow through. Like flood almost. And then 9 of Swords. I don't know if this was reversed or not. This is also symbolic. The upright meaning. You are like a baby. I think of Nate CD. You are like a baby. You're not. You're not like a baby. You're grown. Proud of you. And also, have hope. Have hope. Because you're grown. Regal. Like you've been here before. Yeah. Definitely yesterday, I was feeling a little bit of despair. A little bit of like disheartenment, I guess. I was feeling very, I was not feeling with it. And then it's kind of, again, that remembrance, where you've been, who you are. I think of my friend, I mean, she's kind of a friend. I think of Lainey Jean Evans on YouTube. Hey girl, hope you're watching this, miss you. And I fully believe that if we, in an alternate timeline, like we would have been best friends, like best friends. And I would be in New York with her right now, but I'm not. Which makes me a little upset because I'm like, but also I'm so grateful for what I've gone through. That's another thing. There's gratitude. Ooh, this is gonna be difficult to read this deck because it's such intense cards. But again, we're feeling that intensity. We're kind of needing that intensity. We're kind of needing that remembrance of sovereigns. Again, being cut off. I don't want to add an opposition because that feels very... But there is kind of a difficulty in saying some of these things. And intention be what it may, you know. If others are like, you shut the hell up, then it's like, yeah, you feel that. You feel... Well, we're standing in our power. So when people are trying to tell you, like, hey, shut up. If you're spitting on something you're not supposed to be, like, come on now. Come on, you know better. And if it's like what I'm doing right now, which is I'm not trying, like I am actively doing what I want to. This feels right, this feels sincere. And there's so many like, there's a testing. Anyways, I just had to delete all my old, because you can select everything and then like, it puts in your like, recently deleted, but it's not actually gone. You're allowed to get rid of things. It's like, that's gone. Now I'm getting fed up. I'm like, I'm over it. Like, it is my life. John Bowie. Sorry, I love staring at people's houses. I like apartments. Great Divine Mother, I see you, sovereignly with you. Anything you'd like to share with the collective? Right there. You're right there. You don't need the cards. You're right there. I'm gonna start crying. I might actually start crying. Wow. Wow. We are the baby in her hands. So when we say, like, I'm baby, like, yeah, you are. To her, right? To Divine Source. Absolutely, we are her children. You are not then a victim. 222. You are not then you know, 232. So 29. 29 could be significant. I just saw sunflower as well. Invisible disabilities. I see you. I see you. I'm working on a diagnosis. Again, I think I'm gonna do this how I want to do it. And you're gonna enjoy it. Endlessly loving, infinitely forgiving, she will never turn away from you. No matter what you have done, no matter how many mistakes you have made, she is here for you always. Feel the safety and sanctuary of her divine hugs. She is your soft place to fall. Peep the moon. It looks like an eclipse. She is your soft place to fall and your kindest and most enthusiastic advocate. Let her shift your experience away from endless tasks and ever greater expectations into sweet relief and comforting connection. Oh my god. It feels weird to call a deity mommy, but like, she so is. Especially like you've had a turbulent relationship with your own inner mother. To then, you know, have that presence of that motherly energy within yourself. And I realized it yesterday. I was like, I'm not being very motherly. I'm not very loving to myself right now. I wanted to get up and it was like, this is my day of play. And then I was like, I want to get up and do things. And it's like, my body was telling me no. Like literally physically, I've been dealing with some health issues. I've ordered more vitamins and whatnot just to like help. And you know, get your magnesium, get your zinc. That's another thing. You can kind of see it on my face. But now hold on now. Bear with me. But diaper rash cream, speaking of a baby, diaper rash cream has such an immense amount of zinc oxide in it, and that is exceptionally good for your skincare. Just go get dollar store, I don't know, whatever you view as trustworthy and valuable. But diaper rash cream, oh my god, it locks in moisture. And that's kind of what's needed right now. 5 and 5. I was feeling very dehydrated yesterday, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? So kind of, as your cup overfloweth, remember to lock in some moisture. Maybe I'll post more. I was thinking about maybe posting like shorts and having that be like vlogs. Or my little like influencer things. I do want to get my life together a little bit more. But let me know what you think. Because I actually do really want this to be like a community-based thing. Yeah, I'll write down to shout out Elaine Adrian Evans. I love seeing other girlies that have like been so hurt by where we're from, fully out of the woods, escaping, paving our own path, pioneering. just as I was saying, I don't know if I'll read the whole thing. There are times when we just need our mother. This is natural and necessary. However, for whatever reason, we may not be able to turn to the mother figure in our lives in our times of need. She is endless and resourceful to be with us. The problem of receiving grace is never within the source of it. By its nature, grace flows with generosity. So needing to earn or deserve it goes against the very nature of grace itself. We can struggle to be open to it and have subconscious resistance to receiving. Intellectually, we may know that we are worthy of being helped, even that others will also benefit when we are flourishing, so that grace brings multiple benefits to all. Yet we can still be more attached to the difficult than the resolution. Why is that? We cannot underestimate the influence of belief systems created in response to childhood trauma. What have I been saying? And these impact the unchecked beliefs we can have in our adult lives. The beauty is that Curly will not only help us identify where we have blocks, she will also help liberate the soul by providing us with a choice. We can allow her to consume those past traumas, relieving the soul of karmic burdens. Yeah, there are times when even the most mature adult needs to feel comforted. I think of the crone, 808. I think of the wise sage. A little bit ago I was struggling with, I felt my inner queen, my inner king, my inner royalty for gender neutral was just not present. All I could see was this crown on the throne, and they were missing. Whilst my inner child was very present, the inner mother was also, coming back too. The inner teenager was present. The inner crone, absolutely. I just got a notification. Exodia. Go listen to some intense music and vibe out. Aura music to feel within yourself. Music in general helps, especially if you're neurodivergent. But I was feeling, because the crone has always been there, and I imagined that this older crone with their cane was hanging out with this little, not quite baby, but younger you, little you, inner you. And I could just see that, disgruntled grandma being like, oh, you. You know how some old folk get with their little youngins, or even their pets, they're like, oh. I'm thinking of this video of this really old grandpa with this absolute pot belly, where is a tiny little kitten, and he's like, and you lie down, you stay still. And I'm like, and also, aren't cats really important to Buddhist? You'll never see an overworked cat. If you've been a little bit of an overworked cat, we're about to be worked, don't get me wrong. And you can bring in rest, balance. Same with this. I was like, I don't know how much I want to give away to this collective, to this vlog of mine. We'll see. But yeah, I was feeling all the parts of me. No one wants a whiny queen. No one also wants a crying queen. Queen, if you're gonna cry, you can cry. Don't get me wrong. And in that moment, if some part of you doesn't have that person to lean on to, absolutely, whatever deities resonate, whatever support you've got, whatever people have passed on, ancestors, feel their hands on you, always. That really helps me. about withdrawing from distractions and the battles for time. Regression is avoidance. Whereas reconnecting with the childlike relationship to the divine replenishes the inner reserves so one can continue, change approach, and gain supportive allies so that success can unfold more graciously and swiftly. Yeah. Run away with it. It's from a very small artist. I hope I can find their song. The protection of the young tree is a symbol for taking care of that of which is vulnerable until it becomes strong enough to stand on its own and fulfill its destiny. It's okay if you stumble. That's another thing. Because we're so baby. And like, this card also fell. And this card showed up. And then this card also showed up. Too many cards! I'm overwhelmed. Again, I'm not the most quick with tarot. Because I haven't really been studying it. More of just like an active channel. Yeah, so if you 2 steps forward, 3 steps back, 2 steps forward, like you're rocking, and even with this, I'm getting that imagery of, because people say the whole rockabye baby. There's a second part to that people just forget, where the Divine Mother is holding you. Maybe look into that, if you'd like. I kind of want to leave it at that. Yeah. 1414. I also got a message from my father a bit earlier of like, move yourself through it, rock yourself through it, like gentle yourself through it is also so important. Because this shit is tough. And though we are, like usually I put the cards in the bottom, but I just put it on the top. So if you, 1441, if you're floundering a little bit, it's okay. It's okay. Trust that we've got it. Trust that discipline is on the way. Routine is on the way. Trust that do what you can with what you've got for right now. Knowing the best is yet to come. Okay.